Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Bean and today I'm coming at you with my March TBR video. Now for those of you who don't know, what I do for my TBR is I do a card draw, so the cards will pick the prompt I have for the book that I end up reading. Now the way that I do this is I just shuffle a full 52 card deck and then I draw 6 cards. If I get a double, I have to pick another card at the end of those 6, and if I end up picking 3 of the same, I pick another one. But if I end up picking 4 of the same, I have to read an entire series over the course of the month. Now, as this year has been going on, I'm realizing just how ambitious this is, but I have a good feeling about today. So I say that, oh my gosh, press knock on wood. I think technically, since plywood, whatever. So I'm gonna hop right into it, but what we're gonna start off with first, before the card draw, is we're gonna start off with the books that I did not read in February. So we're just gonna hop right into it. The first book that I'm gonna talk about here is a book that I am in the middle of currently, quite literally middle of, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I am loving this book. I do read it in short spurts, mostly just because it is a very is such a beautiful book and I just want to spend as much time reading it as I can. I want to treasure it because I absolutely love this book and I'm truly enjoying it. And it's a solidly length book. It is a long book, so excited. I think I'll be able to finish this by the end of the month, but this is the one that I'm not sure of. There are a couple on this list that I'm hoping to get done with by the end of February. It is not yet the end of February when I am filming this. But we'll see, so maybe I will be able to. We'll see about this. I'll let you guys know. The next book from February that I did not get to yet is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I honestly just have not gotten to it yet. I've had an up and down kind of month, so this one is also on the list. I'm hoping to get to this one again, but we'll see. If not, this is definitely a top priority for March. Okay, I say one of the top priorities. This is the top priority because this is a book from January that I haven't yet read, and that is A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. No reason I haven't read it. I honestly just haven't. There's no reason why I haven't read this yet. I am so excited to read it. I just haven't yet, and that's weird. Then we've got one that I know is going to take me an afternoon, and that is The Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa. I loved the first book, and I've been told that this trilogy is gripping and super intense, and I'm super excited for it. And, of course, A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I did not get to this one in February either, because apparently I'm trash like this. I don't know. There is only one more that I did not get to in the month of February, and I'm kind of ashamed about this, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. So, I'm not proud of this, but these are the books that I did not manage to finish in the month of February. And so, I don't really do punishments for when I don't read the books, except for they end up on the next TBR. Maybe I'll do something for at the end of 6 months and be like, all right, so how many books have you not read that you've had on your TBR for how many months? And I'll have to unhaul them or something. Leave some suggestions down in the comments. I'm intrigued to see what you guys have to say, but yeah. All right, let's get on to the card draw because that's always a lot more fun. Alright, the first card that I drew was the 5 of Hearts. Now, the 5 of Hearts, the prompt for this is a fantasy book, and the book I have chosen is Blood Heir by Emile Wenzhou. And I have had my eyes on this book for literally years. Like, I love this cover for one. This is the US cover, but I also pre-ordered it, so I got a signed copy, a personalized signed copy along with a bookmark, and it's just so pretty, and it's supposed to be a wonderful book. I've heard such great things about it. I know there was some controversy regarding it at first, but I also follow this author on Book Talk, and she is adorable and hilarious. And if you aren't following her on Book Talk, you definitely should. She's hilarious. And I believe the sequel to this one is coming out, if it hasn't already. I believe it comes out this year, so I really need to get going on this one. Card number 2 is the 7 of Spades. Now, the prompt for the 7 of Spades is a second chance adult book. So, what I have picked for that is actually a book called A Plague of Giants by Kevin Hearn. I have read books by Kevin Hearn before. He is a high fantasy author, and I did start this book, oh gosh, probably 2 years ago, I think, and I read the first half of it, and I did enjoy it, but then I ended up putting it down because I was reading it on my bus ride to work, and I ended up quitting that job, so I didn't take the bus into work anymore. So I do really want to get back in and read this book. It was a super gripping, super intriguing high fantasy story with giants and bards and stories. It was so different from the majority of the fantasy that I read that I just really want to get into this, which is what I would consider a true fantasy story. The third card that I pulled is the Queen of Hearts. Now, the Queen of Hearts is a previous book box book. So a book that has come in a book box that wasn't this past month, but was before that. So that's kind of how I'm going with that for that one. And I'm gonna read The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. This is a thriller slash horror novel, I believe. I got it in an unplugged book box, and I know I've been reading a bunch of the unplugged ones, but honestly it's because they're shorter, and I just want some shorter books right now because I've got all of this stuff, and these are long books, so I'd like some shorter books in here as well. So yeah, this is the next one on my list for sure. The next card that I pulled is the 4 of Diamonds, and the 4 of Diamonds is a Book of the Month book. For those of you who don't know, Book of the Month is a book box, and I have subscribed to it for a couple years, and I am one of their BFFs, so I have gotten, actually I have a whole shelf full of Book of the Month books because, yes, I just do. Anyways, the one that I have decided I want to read is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. Lucy Foley writes thrillers, and again, I've been in a thriller mood as of late, and I really want to read this one. My understanding is that this is a bit of a retelling or a spin-off of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, and I haven't listened to Agatha Christie in a while, which I really am gonna hopefully change soon. But yeah, so I am intrigued to read this one. Again, it's not a long book, but I got this one for, oh, it just says Thrills and Chills Book of the Month. But I believe I got this one last September, October-ish, something like that. I don't remember, honestly, when I got it, but this one was from last year. So it's definitely a little bit behind, and I do need to read it, and I do want to read it. We got one finally. It's been a while since we've picked a Jack. Now this Jack is the Jack of Diamonds, and this is a Callie pack. So Callie gets to pick a book, and I texted her, and she texted me back like right away. So I already know what it is. And what she's suggesting I read is The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Haro. Now the fun thing about this book is, one, I really do want to read it a lot, but 2, this is also our Serpent and Badger Book of the Month for March. So if you guys want to join us and read this book with us, we would highly recommend it. You can join our Goodreads channel. It'll be linked down below, and I'm doing my best to send out 2 newsletters a month, and then we're going to be doing discussions throughout the month about our chosen book. So this one I do need to read at the beginning of the month because I have been absolutely terrible at reading when I'm supposed to and posting on the Goodreads page. So hopefully this will change. All right, and the last card that we picked, there's only 6 guys. That has not yet happened. I've always had doubles. And I didn't get doubles this month, which is good because I needed to not get doubles this month. And what I got is the 3 of Clubs. 3 of Clubs is an audiobook. So I'm gonna actually do 2 different choices for myself for this one. Mostly because I have no idea what kind of mood I'm going to be in. The first one is going to be the option to read the next book in the Agatha Christie series that I'm reading, which is the Hercule Poirot series, which I believe would be number 27. I don't remember. If I figure it out, I'll put it right here, which number it is and which book it is. But I really want to catch up, and I would love to get through that series this year. Like, it would be great to be able to finish all of the Hercule Poirot books because there are 40 of them, 40 some odd, something like that. So, and the other book that I'm hoping to finish, that I actually started back in January, but I really didn't get into, which is unfortunate, is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I do have the audiobook for this book, so to listen to this one would be a great way for me to be able to catch up on some of my backlist as far as review books, actually, because the ebook that the audiobook I have for this one is a review book, so I do need to do that. All right, so this is it. This is my TBR. These 2 things, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 books with my average of reading about 8 a month. This will be interesting again. So hopefully I'll be able to get through a bit more. And March again has 31 days. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and like the video. If you want to be reminded when we post new videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, you can hit the little bell icon down below. All of our contact information and our social medias are down in the description. And until next time, guys, I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye!